Yo, what's going on, people? Back again with another podcast. This is JONETH PIPTNE, hitting you with the latest news in sports. I'm going to be talking about today the NBA playoffs and also the NFL officially coming back, and the first game in the NFL between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. Those were interesting games that was going on throughout the whole day. And man, we're going to start off with the NBA playoffs between the Lakers and the Houston Rockets. And I'm going to tell you right now, things is really not looking good for the Houston Rockets. They basically just got clowned most of the game. They only won one quarter. That was the fourth quarter. Yeah, some people could say, yeah, that's what matters most, but not when you down like that. Most of the game, they really was just behind. That they got outscored the first two quarters, tied them in the third quarter, and finally outscored them in the fourth quarter, but they still lost 110-100. And yet again, in a losing effort, the Houston Rockets certain players is stepping up, and some is just not playing well. Eric Gordon, in 33 minutes, 19 points, 3 assists, 1 rebound. PJ Tucker, what the hell happened with PJ Tucker in this game? No points, no assists. In 33 minutes, you only grabbed 3 rebounds? That's how ineffective you are? Seriously? Now, I know that sometimes players just have off games, but you cannot be off that much. Russell Westbrook, he put up 25 in a losing effort in 41 minutes. But as everyone can see, because now he's not in OKC, his rebounds, his assists, all that has dropped. I know James Harden is the primary ball handler for this team, but when you possess skill like Westbrook was supposed to have, no matter what, you should still at least be grabbing 5 to 8 rebounds a game if he was just grabbing 10 not long ago. And still at least having 7-8 assists a game, regardless, because you still that type of prolific player that came from OKC. Harden, he's up and down a little bit. You know, he still had a double-double, 21 points, 10 assists, only had about 4 rebounds. But to me, It's still not bad. It's not the numbers that we're accustomed to seeing in the regular season, but he's still at least put in work. Austin Rivers in 28 minutes had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Jeff Green, 9 points, 1 assist, 7 rebounds. And it's all in a losing effort. They don't have any real bigs. It's really not that many real bigs anymore in the NBA, so they don't really have a rim protector to help them when things get tough in the paint. Because I'm pretty sure they was out-rebounded everything. Yeah, they was aggressively out-rebounded. When the other team's point guard has some more rebounds than your center, then you definitely is not going to win the game. Rondo had 11 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists. There's no way that Rondo should have more rebounds than your starting center. No way. And Anthony Davis just dominated the whole game, basically. 29 points, 5 assists, 12 rebounds. And he was efficient with it. That was just a constant domination. LeBron James also having almost a triple-double along with Rondo. 16 points, 9 assists, 15 rebounds. Just straight up dominating. He doesn't always have to be that primary scorer in order for this Laker team to win. And I guess he's finally starting to realize that, like, only time I need to take over is when the team is down. And it seemed like this team is really not going to be down. After the Rockets won that game, they basically getting their ass smacked now. And Lakers know they have them by the throat. There's no way in hell that the Rockets probably going to come back from being down 3-1. The Lakers will not allow it. LeBron James will not allow it. I'm not even a big fan of LeBron James, but he is an excellent player and he knows how to feed his teammates. Basically, everyone out there did their job like they were supposed to. Danny Green, 10 points, 3 rebounds, three assists, 4 rebounds. Then you got Caruso out there also with 16 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. So everyone out there is doing basically their job. They're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They know what they have to do just to win, and everyone is buying in, and they doing everything they supposed to do. So me personally feel like the Lakers will just basically sweep the Rockets after the Rockets win game 1, and then just Lakers just take over and win all 4 games. But today you got the Nuggets playing the Clippers today at 5:30 p.m. and the Celtics and Raptors playing at 8 o'clock. Once again, same story basically. The Nuggets was battling with the Clippers. They won their game, and then after that the Clippers just started taking over, and you just cannot stop Kawhi. Kawhi Leonard is doing his thing, and Paul George go out there. He's a little bit more inconsistent, but he does make his plays when it actually matters. So it's real interesting to see how that game is going to play out, if the Nuggets will at least extend it to a game 6. Like, I don't think the Rockets will. The Nuggets got a way better chance in extending it. If you find that on FanDuel or whatever, I would take that bet, because I really don't see it with the Rockets. It looked like they giving up, especially like halfway through the game. It looked like they almost gave up. Third quarter gave them some hope, and if they would have played any type of defense, then they easily could have tied it up in the fourth quarter with the performance they put on, scoring 30 points in the fourth quarter. But you can't give up 29 points in the third. Yeah, you scored 29, but you gave up 29 points in the third, and then expect somehow that you're just going to come back at the end and do something. But I guess with them, they not going to make it. But the game series that's been coming down to the wire, it's the Celtics and the Raptors. They are tied 3-3. That has been an up and down series from the start. Even with my first podcast, I said I know they are a way better matchup, the Celtics and Raptors, and they've been doing their thing, both teams. And I really want to see who's going to win that pivotal Game 7 between the Celtics and the Raptors. Once again, at 8 o'clock p.m. today, depending on where you stay. I'm more in the Midwest area, so 8 o'clock over here. Well, yeah, man, it's been real interesting. And I just really want to see how these things play out. Man, just happy about that. But I don't know. Last game, Kemba Walker was just trash. 52 minutes in the game, and you only have 5 points. He made some excellent assists during the game that kept them in the game before the eventual loss by 3 points. 125-122. But he was the defining factor, the reason why the Celtics did not win that game. If he scores 5 more points, they win by 3. This is the reason why Jordan did not believe that Kemba Walker was a max player. Yeah, he balled out. He really did ball out majority of the regular season, had an up and down kind of season, but mainly up. But it seems like in the playoffs, this man can't consistently catch his footing whatsoever. And that really was a defining factor in the game. I really just don't get it with them. I don't know how that's going to play out. But if Kemba Walker basically does not play his best game offensively, not just assisting the ball, rebounding the ball, doing all of that, he what, 6'2", 6'3"? He should be in the posting up guys if he get the chance, and then slashing to the cup. That's what he's been known for. Yeah, he is an excellent 3-point shooter. Well, I wouldn't say excellent like someone like Hero for Miami Heat, but he's a adequate enough three-point shooter to make plays like that, and he is known for getting to the bucket. That's what he needs to do more. Get to that bucket and make plays. But I'm just going to rehash real quick, backtrack a little bit with the Lakers-Rockets game. I don't know, man. It's just those guys. It just surprised me how much the Rocket team just don't have bigs, not real bigs, and it's just a lost art in the NBA. Like, if a team still play with the same concept of the jump shooting league, basically, and still at least had a competent center in the middle, I don't even think nobody be able to stop them. Golden State got away with it. Past teams got away with not having a competent center and still winning it, and still winning the finals, like the Bulls and all the above. But to me, at least having a competent center, someone that can rebound the ball if those jump shots not going in, and able to still knock down a shot, put back, hook shot, whatever. It's basically how Cleveland wound up outlasting Golden State, even though, players got suspended. But that's basically how they was able to stay in the game. Have two rim protectors, have two competent bigs in the middle at power forward and center, and basically able to grab those boards, do putbacks, all the above. It don't matter if they only score 10 to 15 points per game, but if they grabbing 10 to 11 rebounds per game each, those games where the stars shots is not falling, then they able to at least get second chance buckets, third chance buckets in between that. But I'm basically gonna play just a quick soundbite of the highlights between the Lakers and Rockets games, so you can see exactly what I mean with not having competent bigs.
Getting back and matching up, left Gordon open, but dodged a bullet.
Davis offensive rebound, and there's Morris wide open. Fouled his shot, got an easy deuce out of it, and the Lakers by 12.
And we can move the ball and see if we can get him first, and then if he's not open, maybe you can shoot the ball.
But he answers on the other end with a steal. Here's Green for three. He's got another one. Danny Green, 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Shot clock down to 7, and good deflection there. Robert Covington got a hand on it, forcing a turnover. Bullet pass inside. Nice look. Green with a jump hook.
Got to be aware of the lob, just throwing the ball over the top here.
And Caruso sneaks free, gets by Covington. Stealthy.
And that right there, just if you understand the soundbite, if you watch the game, that right there, how you gonna give up an inbound pass right underneath the basket? That's what I mean about having rim protectors. Yeah, the player, all they have to do is just run a zone, a 2-3 zone, so it can be underneath the basket, so you can at least have one of those bigs underneath. And you have everyone else spread out. They already spread out anyway, so if the ball get underneath the basket, you have someone competent enough to block that shot. Anthony Davis gets that long rebound. It hung in the air long enough for the big man to be able to get it. Boom. Push out. Knock down 3. Those are the type of things that players need to work on. Well, not even players, just the GMs need to figure out, how can we find a competent big to be able to battle with players like Anthony Davis and all of the above? Because if you can't find those bigs, you're not going to make it into the playoffs. And you need shooters, because it's just what the NBA is now today. But we're just going to take a quick break. Going to hear a quick segment out of our Brown Spouse, and we'll be right back.